Wait, this is not normal. When I weighed his nuts before and after he left his boys' nights, I kicked him out of my bed because he was biting my face and hands, and now he is staring at me with this face. Me making my man sign that even if we break up, when I want more kids, he will give them to me cause I want all my kids to be fully related. She told me I wonder what our kids gonna look like. Now LMROOO, they gon' wonder what I look like when our best friend gets shot right before her heat girl summer. Deleted some pictures of my firstborn nephew to keep the McDonald's app. One of my boyfriend's beige flags is that when he is trying to get me to do something that I don't want to do, he boos at me. I can't explain why, but it's very effective. I'm currently watching a basketball game with him when I'd much rather be watching Love Island. Trust my gut? The same gut that shut my pants last month. Yeah, I don't think so. When I'm minding my own business and I remember he would literally ask permission to hit me whenever he was mad, and I told him if he ever hurt me it'd be okay and I wouldn't leave him. POV, you're under 18. So you rob a bank neat but no one can watch the footage because it would be child pornography. This filter is so Lana. No cause I wanna be in New York City right now. It's so vintage. After downing 5 bottles of wine, 4 double vodka Red Bulls and a bag, Emily had to open the store on the busiest day of the week at 6 AM with no cigarettes or apes for her 9-hour shift. This performance has been compared to that of Michael Jordan playing with the flu in Game 5 of the 1997 NBA Finals, when they cheated on me while I was in the psych ward, so I faked my for 2 weeks and pretended to haunt them by leaving sticky notes on their car saying, when I said forever, I meant forever baby. Who said white people don't season their food? Dunn's River Clock flavored seasoning. When you're playing hide and seek and the Trina hard person comes out the most ridiculous spot, sweaty and dusty as duck, and they got dry lips and no money and no future. Things to be scared of. 1. Emotions. 2. The Pope. 3. Bears with the right to bear an. 4. Homeless people with swords. Back when I was single and on dating apps, this guy messaged me once and his opening line for some reason was, "Help, I just burned my rice. What do I do?" And I responded almost immediately with, "Quick, put it in a bowl of phones." He then proceeded to unmatch me, and to this day, that's the funniest shit I've ever said in my life, and I still can't believe it was wasted on such an ungrateful recipient. Girl, you're looking radiant. Did you cause your parents to divorce? When you all break up during work and your manager says, "Why we stay off our phones?" How I look at the cashier after handing them a piece of paper with $1 billion written in green crayon. Was camping and woke up to this horse watching me sleep. When I did a DNA test to find my biological dad, it said he had died a few days before I was even conceived, which didn't make sense to me. How could he be my dad if he died before I was even in my mom's stomach? That was until I found out my mom worked at the morgue when she got pregnant with me and got fired for touching the bodies inappropriately. Soon you will swell with my child and be kept barefoot in my house. When anyone asks me if I remember the guy I dated who was secretly homeless, had no car, and used my phone to cheat on me. How did I fail anatomy? My brain literally knows where all my organs are, but won't tell me. When he found out I checked his altitude on Snap Maps, so I could see if he was hanging out on the female or male floor of the dorm. We might listen to the same music, but I listen to it better than you. Bowling will enter a golden age in 10 years. Imagine middle school with the son of a best feeding influencer having HD footage of him snacking on his heat mom's huge bazangas. I was born too soon for the renaissance of bowling. Twist your nuts as much as you can and send Shorty a live photo of them spinning back into place like a nutnado, and I promise you she gon' beg you to pull up. Eating the ingredients of a salad because I'm too lazy to make one. My dad, famous multi-billionaire, used to lock me in a closet while he jumped on his mini trampoline for an hour straight. I'd sell my kidneys on the bulk market for a click of your toes, washed down with a lukewarm glass of your bath water. Sometimes I call missing child posters and scream, "Mommy, help me please." I believe God as a kid because I always felt so moved during worship songs at my mega church, and then I went to a One Direction concert and felt the same thing, and I realized I just like live music. Me heading to the grocery store to smash all the jars of baby food so that all of the babies have nothing to eat. When I wanted a cat, so I just went outside and caught one instead of adopting or buying. 650 students in this class, and not one of them knows I have schizophrenia. When I made more money selling con at 12 years old than I do at 20. Why do girls say LMAO when they don't have one? Make a vodka sauce pasta with me because I'm grounded. If he cheating, cheat back. Support your man in everything he do. I dated a Chinese guy, a French guy, and an American guy. Broke all of their hearts. That's for Vietnam. When Pinocchio has been roasting you, and his nose hasn't moved an inch. My parents, when they watched 2 layers of my flesh get ripped off my arm, and realized I wasn't just fake whining about my cast burning for 6 months, and that the doctor really put my cast on severely wrong. When my ex's first cousin sends me pictures of them sleeping together because she thinks it'll make me jealous. You're such a good boy for me. Bro is going through it. POV. You're already laughing non-stop with your best friend and you keep adding things which makes it even more funnier, and you can barely breathe. I play with myself to your videos. When everyone rubs your pregnant girlfriend's stomach and says congratulations, but no one rubs your balls and says well done. When my family paid a Mr. Beast lookalike to visit me in hospital and I was too high to realize. Disney mums when the doctor tells them the dot on their lungs is clang answer and not a hidden Mickey. On a real off topic note, why was Hotler so ducking ugly? I love how there's you are not the father and no you are not the mother. Guys, I'm in Chernobyl. I'm sensing that something bad might have happened here before. I'm an empath. Eating Burger King like he didn't just rearrange my guts 5 minutes ago in the bathroom. I'm sick of pretending like car guys aren't just horse girls. When I'm scrolling TikTok like a normal person and remember that my mom and her only son are in a romantic relationship and they want me to move in with them so we can be a family again. When we were laying in bed together, he looked into my eyes lovingly and said, "You're the first girl." Actually no you're not. Never mind. Dr. Seuss really cheated on his wife for 13 years while she had cancer and then married his mistress after his wife died. Bro really said 1 butch, 2 butch, dead butch, new butch. Me realizing that my ex cheating on me with his own mother is something that I should probably go to therapy for and not something that I just joke with my friends about. Why is your dog really ducking ugly? That's the real question. I miss the feeling of ripping teeth out of my gums and then sliding my tongue around in the bloody missing tooth hole. You're literally white. Assuming I'm white just because I'm white passing. I'm 75% French and 25% Belgian. I'm the first ethical and I don't hate women or nothing. I just don't get coochie. Remembering the time I caught my ex and his mom making out in the kitchen when I went to get a glass of water and they tried to convince me I was sleepwalking, but I heard them doing the deed the next night. If your username would predict the way you die, how will it happen? Please don't. POV. Your boyfriend cheats on you with your mom, then marries her, which results in you losing the 2 most important people in your life at the same time, but you're supposed to just move on and stay quiet about it while pretending it doesn't faze you at all. If you ever forget a girl's name on a date, just call her Muhammad. It's statistically the most popular name in the world, so you'll more than likely be right. No need to thank me for the life hack. Me explaining to Apple that they should have a send battery to a friend feature that would help many people in need. Your friend could send you 20% when you're out of juice. Some woman said my nose was ugly, so I found her address, printed out the comment, and mailed it to her. I need a girl who married her best friend and had a kid with him, just to find out he was her cousin. So they got a divorce, but are still best friends who are actively trying to get their kids back. Long story. And also have a mediocre podcast. When my neighbors complained to my landlord about me taking nightly clown walks, so when I went to renew the lease, he added an addendum saying that you can't wear heavy face paint or masks after 7 PM with Halloween being an exception. When I was crying about my dad passing away, and he hung up then texted me I gotta go, the sobbing got me bricked up, and I left him on read and he added I can stay if you're okay with me suffering through blue balls all night. 13-year-old me acting like I didn't report a man for squidnapping on Omegle after he confessed he had someone trapped in his basement, showed proof, waited for the police to come, and I watched the police bust his door down. Film brothers when your favorite movie is The Avengers instead of a 6-hour bulk and white Bulgarian film with zero discernible plot or characters. Me when my ex and I broke up, and he came into my house to say bye and thank you to my parents, and my mom started crying and said I'm so sorry, you deserve so much better than her, like she wasn't lying. But what the duck, mom? Why'd you have to say that? People always tell introverts to be more talkative and leave their comfort zones, but no one ever tells extroverts to shut the duck up and make the zone comfortable. I don't understand airports. I don't believe these people are even real. Why are 200 people flying to Chicago from Cincinnati the same time as me? It is a Monday at 8 PM. The most random time of the week. Do none of you work? And the plane is at full capacity? How? It takes less time to drive there? Why did we all make this stupid financial decision? The man next to me is wearing shorts. It's snowing in both cities. Me after spending 10 years in medical school, so I can perform my home is portrait exam. When I was 13, my teacher gave me an F, so I made a catfish account that had a relationship with him, and then sent it to his wife, and got him divorced. When I pushed my little brother's head into the wall trying to beat him to the car on Easter morning 2007 to go to my grandma's house, and he just died. Been eating twice as much as meat, just so that one vegan that thinks they making a difference is actually making no difference at all. I was shaving my privates last night using my phone light. Then I heard notifications to see I was on live on TikTok. Thanks for your kind gifts. Why do you try to scare your autistic friends by randomly stopping and staring at them? Telling a therapy client that the reason they self-sabotage is because it allows them to predict what is going to happen, which creates an illusion of self-control. If I had 9 lives, I'd use one of them to kill myself in front of a rude customer. POV, it's 2030 and your doctor just told you I don't know bruh. That's tough because they use ChatGPT through college. When a former hospital volunteer proudly told the story of when she snuck into a room and baptized a stillborn baby against the parents' wishes because, if she didn't, the baby would spend eternity in flames. Sometimes I like to use my empty liquor bottles as water bottles, just to keep my neighbors guessing. Yesterday, my daughter's bully called her an ugly hole and poured milk in my daughter's chair before she sat down. So this morning, I printed off the pictures I had saved of this little girl's happily married mama in another state, eating face with another man. I put them in a sealed envelope, addressed it to the girl's father, and told my daughter to slip it in the little Shuts Take Home folder during recess. Sometimes I have thoughts of having my limbs cut off, or being hospitalized, or getting hit by a truck, so people will finally feel sorry for me. What does this mean? When I was mid-attempt and the cop pulled his and told me to drop the or he'd shoot. When he's a 10, but he accidentally got my mom pregnant when I was out of town, and they are keeping it, so now I don't know if he's my boyfriend or stepdad. When he opens my laptop and he sees himself as a sim married to my sim with 4 kids and a housemaid. Going on my lunch break after charging a single mother of 3 $141,000 for an emergency heart surgery. Went to a function and didn't say a single word. Had a random woman come up to me and say, "I don't know what it is about you, but your radiating mommy never loved me vibes," kissed me then left. I think about her every night. What if April Fool's is actually on April 2nd and we've been April Fooled this whole time? Karma is the nastiest butch I ever met, because 6 years ago, when I was 19, I ghosted the nicest guy who had the best intentions for me and tell me why he's the person that's interviewing me for a job that I desperately need tomorrow. When I was 13 to 17, I went to a church that thought I was f***ing the pastor because I wore pencil skirts. So the pastor's wife pulled me aside and called me in a woman who was making the pastor dust after me. They sent me to pray. Never was much of a romantic. I used to beg him to stop cheating on me by giving him money. What if you put milk in a humidifier and trapped a lactose intolerant person with it in a chamber and watch as they sob and shut uncontrollably on the ground clawing at the door? I married a man who smiled at me when the ultrasound tech told us our baby didn't have a heartbeat anymore. Just got kicked out at church for yelling "Duck the devil." The duck. I thought we hated that mother ducker. The duck. This got to do with seaside awareness? Me randomly remembering that in 7th grade I texted my crush without me when she said she was showering. Staring at the TV after I beat my brother's ghost data in Mario Kart Wii, realizing we just lost the only trace of him we have left. Placing signed copy stickers on random books Part 1. POV. I notice I'm losing your attention on a date. My mom was a gambling addict when I was younger. We lost our cars, our house, a business with major contracts. Homeless 4 years. Go to rehab. That's a weird way of saying your mom is bad at gambling. Our physics teacher testing our boats in full clothes with his shoes on. Me listening to my friend as they passionately recommend a series that they love. I will literally never watch a single episode of this show. I wasn't born in the wrong generation. I wasn't supposed to be born at all. My mom missed her adoration. LMAOOO. 12-year-old me sitting at the dinner table trying to convince my 30-year-old boyfriend on kick to not off himself. My little cousin turns 4 next month, but money tight right now, so we ain't gon' tell her. When you go on your boyfriend's phone to catch him cheating, and all you find is my girlfriend autistic in his search history. Me when I was carrying my dead Great Dane in a giant suitcase on the subway to the vet to get cremated, and a guy asked, "What's in the bag?" and I panicked and said laptops, and he stole it from me and ran. Me remembering the time I walked in on my boyfriend cheating on me, and I left and came back 5 minutes later and asked to join. They declined. The guy I married in Minecraft in the 8th grade is getting married to his real life fiance in May. Worst part is he invited me. We dated for a full year when I was 13. When he says he prefers more dominations in the bedroom. Personally, I believe I'm not meant to work. No job is my dream job. Why would I dream of labor? I dream of looking pretty, living a soft and feminine life. In 2018, I ghosted a girl and she commented my phone number on all the One Direction members' Instagram saying Harry's number leaked. and I had to change my phone number 3 times. POV. Your AirPods are on noise cancelling and your phone is on do not disturb, so you don't realize you just ran through an active shooting. Since people are exposing older sister traumas, one time my sister wanted to see if the garage door was strong enough to crush a human. So she put a helmet, elbow, and knee pads on me and made me stand under it while she pressed the button. We said our goodbyes to each other just in case. When I was 16 in the emergency room getting an ultrasound on my appendix and the doc stopped to tell me he liked my underwear. When I was 7, I had a YouTube channel with 5 subscribers and I wanted to do a fan meet and greet, so I posted a video of my house address. When you realize every odd number has the letter E in it, too. Me explaining how it's actually really awesome that fire burns in the visible light spectrum, because otherwise we'd be ducked. Everyone's saying it's breakup season, but he's not going anywhere. My dad trying to find the car keys to drive me to hospital because I was dying. When I found out that he cheated on me and instead of breaking up, I made a fake account, sent him the proofs, and told him that if he didn't send me the money, I would send everything to his girlfriend. Me finding couples public collaborative playlists adding toxic songs to them. What if our whole life a dream right now, and we still in kindergarten taking a nap? What I would wear if I was getting beheaded by a guillotine in mid-century Europe. Had a child today order just ranch. I didn't know what to do, so I gave him a bowl of ranch and watched him eat it like soup.